I like it a lot. I might give this chain away, honestly. I'm not sure yet. My next video will probably end up being how to make textures. So wait for that. I promise it won't take a month this time. I promise it won't be another month long. Like, wait, honestly. Honestly, you should join my Discord.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
What's good, YouTube? Now I know it's been like 3 months since I posted my last chain video, and I really have no excuse for that. I just been RPing, just been doing me, but I'm back here right now with the 3rd chain video, and today we will be doing the texture of the chain, basically the diamonds and how you make your chain look nice and how you get like the picture on the chain, if you know what I mean. Okay, so step number 1, you want to find you a good diamond texture, which I have a few. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave this one in the description for anyone to download for free. So yeah, this is my gift to you since I've been gone for a while. If you download the chain below, you can do the tutorial with me. So we just import this right now. So boom. I know it looks kind of weird. I mean, it doesn't look weird, but this is kind of how it looks. The diamonds, they look like little diamonds. I have a lot of different ones. I have like baguette diamonds, like the rectangle square diamonds. I also have bigger diamonds. If you looking for that, you could join my Discord. I have those. A few things you should know before you start making a texture is, number 1, every piece of your chain has to be the same texture. Basically, it has to be the same one of these. So you can only make one of these per chain. If you wanted to add a different color to the texture, you have to add it onto the texture that you already made. Basically, you'll see what I'm talking about real soon. So today, I think I'm gonna make just a simple Kirby chain. You know, you can find whatever picture or whatever image you want. So let me just add that right now. So boom. So I just added my image. You can add whatever you want, but I'm just gonna do a little Kirby chain. It doesn't have to be this big, honestly, but I'm gonna just leave it like this just so everybody can see it. So one of the main things you need to do, make sure it's a PNG first off, so there's no background to it. Well, you can remove the background, but just make sure it's a PNG. So the first thing I like to do is you go to right here, this little box, right? And basically you see when I'm hovering over it, you can kind of see like the different ones, the different ways you can make it look, right? So like something like this wouldn't be that good because you could barely see it. It's more like, you want something more transparent, like something like this overlay, or you could do soft light. Hard light is kind of, that's more of like a cartoonish one because you can see like the black line more. Pin light and mix light. You never want to use something like this, it just throws it off. Usually I'll go for like a soft light or overlay, but I think I'm gonna go for an overlay just because making this video just so everybody can see. You can also change the opacity. You can make it easier to see and harder to see, you know what I mean? But usually I wouldn't touch that. I know a lot of people had trouble with that part. Another thing is, when you're making a chain for Fivem, you usually want to have different colors. You want to make it look unique. You wouldn't just want the Kirby. You might want some glow in a different layer. So basically you have to go to this. It doesn't have to be a rectangle. You can use any one. I use the rectangle, and what I do is I cut off a corner like this, right? You see this like box, right click. Oh, make sure you have this layer, the diamond layer selected first. That's kind of where I messed up. I always messed up on that one, but make sure you have that selected first. Right click, layer via cut, click this, and now the layer is, it's basically like its own thing, you know what I mean? But it still looks the same, you know? Okay, so after you get the layer cut out, what I like to do is I double click this right here, color overlay, click it, right? And you see basically, well, usually it would look like this for you. Might have like the full color, but I don't want red. So what you can do, go to any color that you like, it will change automatically, right? So I'm making a Kirby chain. I might make mine like pinkish. This, I don't really know, but I'll just go okay. Okay, once you get your color, you see the opacity. Opacity basically means how dark it is to how light it is. So the lower the opacity, the more see-through it will be. Okay, so you just want to lower it, and you kind of see how the diamonds are changing. I want it to be more pink than purple, so I'm gonna change that. Okay, easier way to find like the perfect color that you want is when you're at the color picker, overlay color, you can, if you go off of this, you can basically click and find whatever color you want. So if you want this darker purple pink, do that. If you want this blue, do that. You know what I mean? So that's just an easier way. I might just go for this color and then make it a little lighter. Perfect. Boom. So now that you have these two things, right? Because you want to leave like a big space of all the regular diamonds, just so you can like, it's better to have more of the regular diamonds because that's what you use mostly of. Like the length of the chain will always be this, unless you want to make it like a pink chain. So you can do that too, and you make this bigger part pink. But basically, this is really all you need, unless you want to add more colors to it. That's what I meant. So if you want to add more colors to any chain that you have, you will have to basically cut out another piece and add the color like right here. You can't make two textures for two different chains, or you can't make two different textures for one chain. So boom, this is basically all you need. Then you go to File, Export, Quick Export as PNG. I'm gonna see you in Blender. Okay, boom. So now we're in Blender. You just want to have your chain and your pendant already. I already have one that's pre-made since I want to do the Kirby chain. So if you remember, you can watch my last video on chains about how to create a pendant, or yeah, like in Photoshop and Illustrator and that. You can watch that. So once you have this, the first thing that you want to do, you want to go to this tab right here, materials properties, right? First you go to this tab and you press new. Okay, so once you're here, you want to go to base color right here, click this, image texture, click this, and it should create a material. Also, you want to go to this third one in Blender, just so you can see the texture. So you see it's black because this is black right here. Right now I just have a chain, my pendant, the Kirby pendant of course, and my player model. You can get the dummy and the chain in my Discord if you join it. And yeah, so you should have something like this. So the next step is you want to press open and find wherever you put the texture, the diamond texture we just made, and you want to put it in here. So I'm gonna do that right now. Boom. So it should look something like this. I know it looks weird, like I don't know why it always does this, but yeah. So when you put the texture in, it should look something like this, and that's pretty good. So let's go to the next step. So after you put the texture in, you make sure you still have it selected, and you go to UV editing. Okay, sometimes it zooms out. You just want to zoom in and then press A and highlight everything. Okay, so once you have, you might have to press A over here and A over here, but once you have this, you can press U, and there's a few different ways. I used to do hue projection, which is it basically puts everything in one, like the sides and everything, and you could just put it up here. And you just slide it up. But we're not gonna do this. But I just want to show you that you could do this. I'm pretty sure this is like a quicker way. I mean, yeah, it looks like this, but it kind of messes up the sides of the chain. Like the sides would be weird. So we're not gonna do that. So you hit Control Z, undo it. Press U, and you just want to unwrap. Okay, so put it in 3 pieces. Okay, so after that, press S and just scale it down, just everything a little bit, and then you can just rotate it. Rotate it -90 degrees. Yeah, or I had to rotate mine -90 degrees. Okay, so once you have yours like this, oh, you can also put this in here so you can actually see what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you can take it out of edit mode too. So actually, not to get to the edit mode. Yeah. Okay. So boom. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is find like the front of your chain, which the front of my chain would be this one, since if you go in here, it's pink. And then this was what, not gonna do that. This is on the pink, so I'm just going to click this out the way, like this. Move this out the way, because this is the back and this is the side basically. And click this, and move it over here. Okay, so you can now you can see the Kirby. Bring it up a little bit. Just put it in the middle, right? But as you see, this is too big, so just scale it down. If you need to bring it up a little bit more, you can also zoom into it and see like what parts are too much, or if it needs to be a bit more to the side or this side. So you want something that looks like this. I mean, it could be better. I wouldn't spend too much time on something like this, because you could spend a lot of time trying to perfect it, and that's a lot of time. It's not time wasted. Like, you see something like this, it's not time wasted, but it's all up to you. Okay, so boom, once you have something that looks like this, it's pretty cool, but you still see like the sides of it is off a little bit, so you want to go to UV. This is perfect. You just want to put this, grab it all, scale it down a little bit, and well, actually, you really don't need to do much for that, actually. Yeah. So boom, that's how you do the face. Okay. Now, my piece, I made it's supposed to be the glow, I made it too small, so I'm not gonna delete it. I'm still gonna do it, but you won't be able to see it that much. So I'm just going to add new, base color, image texture. Okay. Open, and then put the texture in. Boom, put the texture. You can see it kind of under. UV editing. Unwrap. Okay. I rotate it a little bit. See, honestly, this one, it doesn't really matter. I would just do Q projection because it's the back of it, and it all has to be like pink. So yeah, honestly, you could unwrap this one anyway. I mean, you see it's all pink, so nothing's really wrong with it. Okay, and then the back piece, new, and just do the same thing. Boom. Be editing. For this one, you can Q project 2, and then just do it like that, and boom, that's basically how you do textures. Yeah, I made this piece a little weird. Like, I made like the under part too small, so honestly I might just delete it. All right, so I just made it like this. You can make your things however you want it. Another good tip before I keep going, another good tip is to first, number one, always remember where you save your textures at, because when I first started, I would just save them in Photoshop and then just put them anywhere, and you just want a folder for all the textures of chains you need. So make sure it's all in one place so it's really easy to access. Okay, so after that, you go to it's basically the same thing for everything around. Go to image, the texture, and this looks weird. Now the chain part of this is pretty weird. You can grab like the diamonds and make them pink. So something like this, yeah, actually something like this is pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, this is basically how you make the texture. It's not really that hard. There's more to it in 3D Autodesk, but I'm not gonna be showing that part right now because I don't really have a lot of time. So this is basically how you see your color. You will want to see it in Blender anyway when you're creating the chain, just so you can like see what you're making. It's gonna look different in 3D Autodesk. 3D Autodesk is basically how you make it all shine and sparkle and make the diamonds hit. But this is like what you would call the raw chain. So you would just want to see how it looks, look around, and yeah. I'm also gonna be leaving below a diamond texture. Make sure you join my Discord. I have a lot of good things there. I have free chain models there. If you scroll up, I posted another chain model in my announcements. If you're trying to learn how to make chains, you should join my Discord. There's all the good things there, and I give out tips. You just have to make a ticket. So yeah, appreciate you for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you want any other videos on chains. I can show the 3D Autodesk part at this point. There's a lot of videos being made about it anyway, so just let me know if you want that. And yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm sorry, I promise you the next video will not take more than, it won't take months. I promise you that.